In this video, I want to show you how to solve a physics problem. And when we solve physics problems, there's step-by-step methods to use that help you come to a conclusion. Remember, every physics problem has a solution. Every one that I'm going to give you has a solution. And so using these steps help you come to that solution. So here are some rules. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to write down our givens on the left side. Be sure to include your units. That's very important. Next, units must match. So whatever units we have, they must match. If not, you need to convert. Number 3, show your formula that you're using. And by the way, the givens will tell you what formula to use based on what's given and what you're trying to find. And then the last step is work the problem and circle your answer. So let's do a sample problem that follows these rules with a speed problem. Sally travels 10 meters, so there's a given, so I'm going to write that down in just a second. Sally travels 10 meters down the hallway in 22 seconds. What is her speed? So let's put down our givens. First of all, I have a distance, that's 10 meters. And she travels down the hallway in 22 seconds, that's time, so that's 22 seconds. And what is her speed? So I'm trying to find my speed. So what formula? I put my givens. And so the givens tell me, I have distance, I have time, I'm trying to find speed. So what formula do I have that fits those three variables? So speed is equal to distance divided by time. Now it's just a matter of plugging in my numbers. My distance is 10 meters. My time is 22 seconds. And so 10 divided by 22 is 0.454545. I'm going to round off to 2 decimal places whenever possible. And my units tell me it's meters per second. So my speed for this problem is 0.46 meters per second. So that takes us to what our units are. We have standard units. These are my SI units that I will be following, that we will use in class, my international system of units. Time, I'm going to use seconds, distance in meters, velocities in meters per second. And acceleration is a little bit different because there's a constant change. So that's meters per second per second. That means every second the velocity is changing. So we will write it as meters per second squared. So anytime you see meters per second squared, that is acceleration. And what we do with these units is if the units don't match within our problem and we need to know what to convert to, we're going to convert to these units. So let's do another problem. A car travels 15 minutes on the highway and goes a distance of 10 miles. What is the speed of the car in miles per hour? So let's put my givens. I have a time of 15 minutes. And it goes a distance of 10 miles. That's a distance, so 10 miles. And what is the speed? So once again, my speed is equal to distance divided by time. But I want it in miles per hour, and this is in minutes. So the first thing I have to do is I have to convert my 15 minutes to hours. So 15 minutes, and there's 60 minutes within an hour, so 15 minutes is 0.25 hours. So my time is now 0.25 hours. So now I can just go back and plug this into my problem. So my speed is equal to my distance, which is 10, divided by, now it's 0.25. So let's put miles and let's put hours. So my speed is now 10 divided by 0.25 is 40 miles per hour. So that would be the answer to the first part of the problem. Then it asks me, what is it in meters per second? And so now I have to take this 40 miles per hour and convert it to meters per second. So I'm going to take this, I have 40 miles per hour. So when you do a conversion like this, do it step by step, one step at a time. Don't try to do everything at the same time until you get used to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 40 miles and I'm going to convert it to kilometers. And when I do that, 1 mile, now this is future information that you need to know, 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 40 and I'm going to multiply it times 1.6, and that's going to be equal to 64. So now I have 64 kilometers per hour. The next step is to convert this kilometer to meters. So 1 kilometer, let me fix that. 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So I'm going to multiply this 64 times 1,000. And that's going to give me 64,000 meters per hour. So now I've got it in meters, but I'm trying to get it in meters per second, and I have it in meters per hour. So now I've got to take this hour and I convert it to second. Well, 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. So I'm going to take this 64,000 and divide it by 3,600. And so that's going to give me 17.78 meters per second. And so now I have my answer in both kilometers per hour, which is right here. I have it both, miles per hour, and I have it in both miles per hour and meters per second. So I'm going to write my other answer up here, 17.78 meters per second. So I have my conversion with these problems. So when you do a math problem, you take what's given, you write it down the left side, include your units, because if your units don't match, you must convert. Show your work, give me your problem, and this is how to solve a physics math problem.